So if you were gonna say no to someone who is struggling to be on camera, they come on, not really saying what they're supposed to say, trying, what would be some constructive advice they could get to say, all right, this is what you can do to be a bit more successful online?
Well, I will say this, that it is not always easy. Like I wouldn't say that I'm shy, but I'm more of an introvert to a certain extent, which is so strange that I do sales. So I'm not always in front of the camera myself. But what I will say is that the first thing, and it went according to what Tony Ann was saying, and also what you were saying, Keisha, is that you do have to be yourself. Like it's really important for you to shine, for you. People are buying you. Even if let's say you were selling for another company, they're still buying you at the end of the day, right? People buy with people they trust. That know, like, and trust factor is so important when you want to basically make a sale. And a sale is anything, right? You're making revenue in your business. So it's really important for you to shine, for you to show up, for you to be you. And that also relates to getting out there in front of the camera, doing whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's needing to do videos and things like that, or if you need to show up. It's really, really important for you to just be you as a person and then be consistent. The consistency is also very important for them because that's the trust factor. The more consistent you are, the more people will trust you. And then the like factor, right? So know, like, trust. The like factor is really about you being you. Everybody's not going to like you. That's number one, right? You're not going to.
But that was hard to stomach, Alisa, because
Right.
when you're in corporate, you're trained to be a pleaser. That's what it's trained.
True.
Be likable.
But if you move up, right, but if you move up in corporate, you already know that everybody's not in your corner. So there's not much difference here, right? There are certain people that are going to lift you up and they'll be your catalyst to moving up. And then there are people that are just going to cheer you on in your journey. And that also applies to you as an entrepreneur. There are going to be people who are going to just love you. They're going to be like, whatever you do, I want to be a part of it. If you're doing this, I'm in, right? And then they're going to be those that are going to just watch and lurk, and they're not going to be right up front with how they're going to want to engage, but they're still there watching. So don't forget, they're still there watching. And then there are going to be people who just don't vibe with you, and that is okay. And that's where the whole niching down comes in. It's really important, again, for you to understand who it is that you're targeting so that the messaging that comes across, even in the language on your website, whatever it is that you're saying, that you're always saying words that person's going, oh, she's talking to me. You want that to be like in their head, like, wait a minute, she's talking to me right now, right? And so that's really important for you to be able to really stand out in business. And so even though, there's going to be always ups and downs and things like that, but it's just really important for you to continue to show up, be consistent, and be you. It's easier to be you than to try to be somebody else.
Yeah, true. And that's what Tony Ann said in her approach. She wasn't trying to, hey, let me be that person. It's no, I'm going to be myself, but take them as, creative input to do my thing my way.
Absolutely.
So loving that. But let's go practically on different ways that we can make money online. So let's, kind of go through actionable things persons can do. I'll start with you, Tony. What are the different ways that you make money online?
All right. So right now online, it's through passive income, which is my Amazon storefront. I have an Amazon storefront. I have an ebook, a Christmas ebook that I did with my mom. So it's those two. I do a merch store. Not
so you said so far ebook, right? So that's one.
Affiliate marketing. So I have an Amazon store, which I connect to like my website, and I also have a merch store. So that's the way I make money online. I do brand deals, but I don't know if you want to consider that as online.
Yeah, it's an income stream. Yeah, so one of the ways you make money as because some people think, well, if I'm a content creator, maybe Instagram or PR. They don't know, right? That there's this whole other world behind content creation.
Right. All right. So for the Instagram thing now, it's kind of tricky because for those in the Caribbean, we don't monetize through like subscriptions and so. There are ways around it, but yeah.
Not for this.
No, yeah, there are people find ways around it. But through brand sponsorships is one of my main source right now. So I've worked with Ocean Spray, I've worked with Jamaica Tourist Board, I've worked with I'm thinking
the ship.
well, those are not paid. So some brands don't really pay. What they do is give you an in exchange for a stay. So so that is a way of getting content. Monetizing through YouTube as well is something that a lot of content creators in Jamaica, they make a lot of money. I am not there yet, but I've heard of content creators who make 5,000 US a month just by and that they've left their 9-to-5 job and just created content consistently. But as Alicia said, you have to be consistent with it. So those are the ways that I make money. I did a webinar. It failed, but hey, I did it. I tried it. I charged people something, and that's it. I just need to, get the confidence to do more about that. So yeah.
And you will. You will.
I will. I will.
Different ways then, as a content creator, you can make money. Though you are on Instagram, yes, brands is one way, and a lot of people see just the brand, brand deal. Yeah. But
and I also want to point out, you don't have to have a lot of followers to get brand deals. A lot of people think, oh, you have to have, no. It's really boils down to who you are, being authentic, and also boils down to the quality content. The quality is what brands look for.
Right. And it wasn't a fail. I wouldn't say the webinar was not a fail. You learned, Tony Ann.
I did.
Because you take the knowledge and you're making your business bigger and better because you have multiple income streams within Travel with Tony Ann. Brand deals, ebook, webinar, or whatever webinar will evolve to, merch, YouTube. That's a lot of different ways. So I'm just the one avenue of, okay, I'm creating content, but I have so many ways I monetize it, right? So, and Lisa, as we think about coaches you've worked with, what are some of the ways they've made money online? Just to give some ideas for a person.
Yeah, so I think the big thing, let's see, lots of different coaches, different things, right? So I think there's the individual and then there's the group, right? And so in terms of scaling, you want to be able to scale from a group perspective. Some people start that way. Some people start, let's say, one-on-one. So I'm just thinking in general. So let's say, for example, me, right? So I work with people one-on-one and provide coaching, consulting, strategy, right? And so I work with businesses to help them to, work out their sales strategy, identify where they may have some holes, and like help them to basically build more revenue. So I'll do that either as a one-on-one like strategy basis, or even do that as a come into the business and be like almost like a fractional sales, sales VP or something like that. And so that is more of the consulting side, right? And you get, paid revenue up front or a retainer or whatever. Then there's the group side where the strategies or the trainings, for example, so I'll come in and train a sales team. So I actually right now, and this is a lot of coaches are doing this, they've developed, I'm working on mine right now, is a program where people can come in and learn how to be better at sales. And so that will be a scalable group course that is available online that probably will have, and this is what you see out there, has a component where we come in, get coached and answer questions, but there's a whole online like courseware available, right? Yeah. So there's the courses, there's the consulting. Tony Ann mentioned ebooks. That can be a very big way to not only generate revenue, but also market your business. So there's all these things kind of interrelated. So you can use an ebook to actually just draw more people in It builds credibility. So it's a great way to market. It's a great way to provide a free kind of asset or item for someone to draw more people in. So there's that. And then I loved what Tony Ann was talking about in terms of the brand. You don't have to have a big audience. And that's because the audience is the brand partner is niching themselves. So maybe they want to attract the Jamaican travel market. Well, who's the best person for that? It's going to be Tony Ann. Right. And so they're looking for and this is why you need to niche, because they're going to be more attracted to you if you are speaking to their target audience. Right. And so that's a whole nother revenue stream all by itself, is connecting a brand or a partner or something like that to another person. This is another way that people do make money in the coaching industry as well, is affiliate partnerships. So for example, you may not have a product, but you have an audience. And this is something that Tony Ann probably will be using at some point in time down the line. But right, you have an audience, but you don't necessarily have a product. But there's somebody out there that has a travel course that she can make for sale to her audience right now, her 100,000 plus, however many people she has following her. And then she'll make a revenue, a percentage on all those sales. She didn't have to develop it. She didn't have to market for it. She didn't have to fulfill it. She just connects the audience with the actual product, and boom, now she's got an additional revenue stream coming in.